Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 1.6 EX diesel, registered HV65MGU, and mileage of 88,099 miles. The reason we do all of our videos, especially the road test part, is to ensure that if anyone is looking online at the cars we advertise, they actually get to see the very car they're looking at in operation. And the reason we feel it's important is because, unfortunately, we've been to see lots of cars which have looked perfectly good in photographs and the description, only to get there and find out it's got a fundamental issue which we would much rather have known about before setting off. So that's why we do it. We also do it on these very quiet country roads, very close to our premises, and this actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, should they be offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car itself, as you'll know from the advert hopefully, every now and again our own personal car comes up for sale. This is our family car, which we've loved, and we've bought another CR-V. We pretty much always have CR-Vs, but we update on a regular basis. It's been a fantastic car to us. It was serviced and MOT'd when we bought the car. It also had, at the time, a brand new clutch, which was quite expensive. So, so the clutch is perfect in the car. I need to say no more about that. But car starts instantly. You press a button on these top of the range cars, it settles to a completely smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights, and there have never been any warning lights on the dashboard whilst we've had the car. Temperature gauge running at a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda vehicle. The engines are brilliant diesel engines. It's the higher horsepower engine, so it's got the twin turbos, and it really picks up and goes. It's quiet, it's refined in general use. Certainly at a cruise, it's very, very smooth indeed. Only noticeably a diesel in the lower gears, which even Honda can't engineer out. But a brilliant unit, I have to say. And you know, it's done 88,000 miles. It might as well done 10,000 miles for how it sounds and feels on the road. Engine then feeds it through into clutch and gearbox. Clutch, as we know, absolutely perfect, being virtually brand new. Gearbox is sensational on them. 6-speed manual gearbox, really nicely positioned gear lever. The gear change quality is absolutely fantastic. Honda put a lot of effort into making their gearboxes feel good to the hand, because basically on most modern cars the gear lever here isn't directly connected to the gearbox, it's but via cables. So what you feel here is almost artificial, up to a point at least anyway. But unlike so many manufacturers who just think that's an excuse to give you a lifeless, vague gear change, Hondas feel absolutely superb. It really feels as though that gear lever is going directly into a box underneath, which of course it isn't. It's short and throw, snappy, precise, and would easily go in one of their more sporty cars. I always say it, and it's absolutely true, and that feels absolutely as new to use. Steering on the car, another strong point on the CR-V, because the car just feels like driving a really good conventional car. That's the best description I can give it. The steering's really nicely weighted. It's got a slightly heavy feel almost, really nice. It's not heavy at all, of course, it's power steering, but it makes the car feel really confident, and it's confidence inspiring on the road. It also tracks absolutely dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. And so it's lovely and precise in operation. It allows the sort of chassis to flow, because the chassis, again, the CR-V, as I say in every video, it's the best-selling SUV in the world, and there's a good reason for it, because they drive brilliantly. And ignore completely what some car magazines say about kind of inverted commas handling. The car rides very comfortably. It's got a lovely, compliant, nicely damped ride. But it also flows through corners really, really nicely. It's, you pick your line, it goes. There's very little kind of secondary motions going on, which you get with lots of SUVs, where you kind of lurch through the corners. This can go through corners of different types, radiuses, off camber, on camber, whatever, and it copes with them all absolutely brilliantly. Anyone that thinks it's a sports car would be sadly deluding themselves, because it isn't. It's just a really, really, really accomplished, polished, as the best description I give it, family estate car. Brilliantly done. Also, whilst I'm looking, or driving the car rather, I'm just listening out for any kind of noises from underneath the vehicle that shouldn't be there, any kind of rattles or clonks. There's nothing at all. Again, we drive this daily, I drive it daily, so I know. But it feels as tight as a drum, and it is just like driving a very low mileage one. It just feels so tight. You would never believe it's done the miles it's done. I'm just going to give the brakes a bit of a thump, so bear with me. Really good solid brake pedal on the car, powerful, no pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal, so all in fine order. So coming inside, the first thing you notice by any CR-V, almost regardless of mileage, which is amazing, is the build quality. No squeaks or rattles, beautifully put together cars. So many so-called premium competitors can feel creaky and groany at this kind of age, but these are superbly manufactured. Also a lovely place to sit. You've got a great driving position. It gives you really good visibility all around the car, so unlike so many cars, I can actually see the bonnet and the end of it virtually. Big wing mirrors, almost truck-like wing mirrors, give you this wonderful sense of confidence on the road. Lovely machines to sit in. Very highly equipped dashboard, but one that is easy to come to terms with, and everything working perfectly on the car. The sat nav, air conditioning, blows ice cold. You can have different temperatures side to side as well. Heated seats again work perfectly. Videos can't get across the quality of manufacture of all the switches. I've got a beautiful kind of rubbery precision action to them that Honda do so well. Dash binnacle in front, simple, easy, legible dials, just one you look at, you get the information in, and that's all it gives back to you, and it's almost minimalist, which I think is perfect, because there's too many over fussy dashboards in this world. Steering wheel feels like new to hold, small in diameter, leather bound, feels absolutely fantastic. This is a four-wheel drive version of the car. Basically, Honda again worked out really quickly that pretty much 99% of people's driving would be as I am today, in perfectly good conditions where you don't need four-wheel drive whirring away. So basically, it runs in front-wheel drive pretty much the whole time. Should the front wheels start to lose grip, it instantly brings in the rear wheels to give you four-wheel drive, and it's seamless in operation. We've towed a caravan with ours on occasion. Occasionally you get some muddy sort of pictures. We've never come close to getting stuck with one. It's genius in the way it operates. And of course, it isn't operating permanently like so many of its competitors. You don't get through your tyres as quickly. It uses less fuel, and it puts a lot less mechanical stress on the vehicle. The lack of use also gives its reliability, I reckon, because in 30 years selling Hondas using this system, we've never so much as put a spanner on one of them in terms of the four-wheel drive system. That it's an incredibly robust system, it has to be said. As I said at the start of the video, it may only be brief, but it's here just to show you the car in operation. The car, as I know because we drive it daily, drives absolutely perfectly. As I mentioned in the video, the mileage will go up slightly, but I'm only doing a handful of miles a week, so it won't be much at all. But if you've got any questions, don't hesitate, do give us a call.